Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, welcome. We're the Garso twins. I'm Britta.
And I'm Carly.
We would love if you would subscribe down below and hit the bell so you're notified when we upload. Today we're doing our November favorites. We have a ton of stuff. I don't know how this happened. We're gonna talk quickly. Yes. A lot of the stuff we got during the Sephora sale, and we did that whole haul video, so we will not harp on it, but we'll just go through everything that we basically purchased and tried this month. So first up is the Way Leave-In Conditioner. It's the by Breda Mojave Ghost collab, and I love this product. This works really well in my very fine damaged hair. I think that since it's in a spray form, it's thick, but it's still lightweight enough that it doesn't weigh down my hair, but it does just make it very manageable and conditioned, and I really love the Mojave Ghost scent. And I love the packaging, so this is a great hair product if you have hair like mine. Okay, I picked this up during the sale too, so it's the Paula's Choice 10% Azelaic Acid Booster with licorice and salicylic acid. This has really helped clear up my skin. I've only used it for 2 weeks now. Have we gotten this for 2 weeks? Yeah. And I had a ton of breakouts on my forehead, and it's really helped with that, but it's so gentle, and that's really shocking to me. It really helps with redness, and it can fade dark spots over time, but I don't really have a lot of that. And then breakouts, it just has helped so much, but I can use it every night. As long as I'm not using my retinol, my Retin-A prescription, I can use it every night, and I really don't have any adverse reactions, and my skin is so much smoother and less textured, and the breakouts have really diminished, so I've seen amazing results with this. I really love it. The next step is the foundation I'm wearing today. This is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I know I'm late to the game on this one, but I love this foundation. Like I said, I'm wearing it today. It's just a really great medium coverage, skin-like finish. This color 4.5 is a really good match for me. It blends out really easily with a brush, and then I usually go on top of the beauty blender to just press it into the skin. It works with any concealer I use. It works with any cream bronzer or cream products I put over top of it. It's not too dewy or too glowy. It's just a nice, luminous, healthy finish. It lasts really well on my skin. I can't say enough good things about it. I'm definitely going to get the full size. This is the mini. It's still so expensive. It's $44 for this small size, but I'm definitely going to get the full size. I'm hoping that they're having a Black Friday sale, and then I'll pick it up then, and then just use this one up and then go to the full size, because truly now I can't live without it. Okay, I got this lipstick during the sale, and I'm so glad I did. It's the Urban Decay Cream Finish Lipstick, and it's the shade Depends on Traffic. I have it on right now, so you can see what it looks like on.
Well, we should insert a swatch.
Yeah,
we didn't put one in the haul video.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so we'll insert a swatch, but I am wearing it. So it's basically a brown with a hint of yellow and peach, which is what we look for in nudes. This is my dream color, and at first I wasn't gonna buy it because it's the cream formula, and you guys know we love a diffuse matte lip. Those are just our favorite lipsticks, but I actually really love this because it's so comfortable. It's not tacky at all. It really stays creamy, but it's not so creamy that it's sliding everywhere. It stays where you put it. It lasts really long for being a cream lipstick. It's so easy to just reapply.
Their lipsticks are really affordable too.
And yeah, last but not least, I wanted to mention it because this is one of the most affordable lipsticks at Sephora. Yeah. And I'm just really...
And the packaging's so cute too.
I'm impressed with the quality, and I feel I don't really buy anything from Urban Decay anymore. But I feel a lot of people maybe feel similarly, but I wanted to call it these lipsticks because they're actually really good. So if you can find a shade that you like, I feel you'll really like this. Next is another lip product. This is the Merit Shade Slick Lip Oil in the shade Taupe.
I love it.
It's so good. I've been wearing it so much this month. I feel I've had more meetings and things to do at the office, and it's just a really easy lip to throw on if you kind of have more of well, it works with a fuller face of makeup or a lighter face of makeup.
Yeah, I put it over a lip liner usually.
Yeah, me too. And I love the packaging, and it's just a really good neutral taupey shade. I'll insert a swatch too so you can see. But we've both really been loving this and using it constantly this month. Okay, I did a whole review on this product, but spoiler alert, I love it. It's the NYX Bare With Me Concealer Serum. And it's it comes in this little airless bottle with a pump, and which is weird. It's weird to have a pump.
It's really weird.
But it actually, I feel saves me so much product as opposed to an applicator that you're dipping it in, dipping it out. Some is coming off on the wiper, some isn't. You're wasting a lot. Like, I honest to God feel like this is going to last me a year.
Yeah.
It is 9.6 ml, which is already huge. And you need, I've described this and I show it in the video, but you need the tiniest amount.
Very small.
Because the coverage is so good. But the finish and the formula reminds me so much of my beloved Kosas concealer. So I love this. It's like,
do you think this is slightly thinner? Or like more like whipped, like moussey?
I don't think
Not
so.
moussey, more like creamy, a little bit creamier.
A little bit creamier, but I think it's thick. That's why it's in a pump, as opposed to like, and the Kosas one is thick too. But
yeah,
that
that's
just
true.
has a normal doe foot applicator. I think they're just really similar, but I think this has more coverage. And I talked about this in that video, or I talked about it in one of the videos, but I have been wearing this every day, and I always get transfer from mascara like on the outside of my corners of my eyes. And since I started using this concealer, like the mascaras that I normally reach for just haven't been transferring. So I think it does a little bit better job of drying down too. But even like the OS,
it definitely dries down.
the one size concealer and the Kosas, like I always get that mascara transfer. And for some reason this one, I don't know if there's a film former in it, but something is like preventing my mascara from transferring, and that's like all I could ever ask for.
I love mixing this.
I have it on. Do you have it on?
No, I usually mix it with the one size concealer. I just forgot to do that today because I love how the one size like has such good coverage and it's a little bit like more matte than this one.
Definitely.
And so when I mix the two, I feel like it adds a little bit of like creaminess and cushion, but then still gives me that coverage, which this has really good coverage
This
too.
has really good coverage.
But I think
though.
the one size is a little bit more.
Maybe a little bit more, but like I have it on and I feel like it really covers.
Yeah, it's really good. I wear it a lot on its own. If I'm doing like more of a full face, I like to mix the two, but this is really good to wear on its own too.
Yeah, and we're the shade Vanilla.
Yeah, we got ours on Target because were selling out everywhere because of TikTok, and they had it on Target, and I feel like nobody knew it was on Target, so we ordered them.
Hot tip.
Next up is my favorite skincare product of the month. This is the Summer Fridays Heavenly 16 All-in-One Face Oil. Again, I talked about this in that Sephora haul video, but I love this. It's a really good, like it says, all-in-one face oil. It's one of those face oils that I feel like I can apply under makeup, like in the morning if I want, just like a more dewier base, and it won't disrupt anything I put on top because it is more of a like dry consistency where it does kind of soak into the skin, and it's not one that's just going to like sit on top. Or I finish off my nighttime skincare routine with this to kind of seal everything in. And again, it's not like that greasy oil feeling. So I love how versatile this is. I love the yellow tone because if you wear this like on its own, it just kind of makes your complexion look like brighter and more even. And I love the packaging. It's really cute, this frosted bottle with like the yellow frosted finish. Or I think it must be right.
It's clear, I thought.
Oh, is it? Then why does it have like, I don't know, it makes it look like a sunset. Maybe it's just the bulk in there that's doing that.
Yeah, I think so.
But it's really cute. I love the packaging, and it's a really good quality oil.
Okay, I have another drugstore favorite because we talked about the NYX concealer. So CoverGirl sent us this, and I did not think I would love it so much, but it's the CoverGirl Easy Breezy Brow 24-Hour Brow Ink Pen, and it's the shade Soft Brown, which is not listed on here, but I know it's the shade Soft Brown. And I have been just obsessed. So I have it on today with the Patrick Ta Brow Lamination Gel on top. And I find that it's just been like the most, did I do this combo in our Get Ready? And I was like, oh, my brows look really good. I think I did. I think I did. And ever since that day, I've been like doing this, and I feel like the combination just makes my brows look like this naturally large. Like, yes, I have good brows to begin with, but I do have a lot of sparse areas. I don't know why, especially as I get older. Like, I feel like things are just falling out. But the brow ink pen, like, it's very sheer. I can insert a swatch so you can see what it looks like, but it's like a very sheer coverage. But I find that that's just exactly what I need for my sparse areas. You're not gonna be able to see this. For my sparse areas, because it's mostly on the ends and then a bit in the front and one on my brows. And I think that I still like how a pencil looks, but whenever you use a pencil, even if it's more waxy and doesn't lay down a lot of pigment, it's going to look like semi-unnatural. Like, there's just no way that it's gonna look like perfectly natural in like hairs, unless you're like really talented and can do like the lightest like hair-like strokes. But this, because it's so sheer and it's literally just offering like a watercolor of coverage, it looks like it fills in those areas, so it doesn't look like I'm missing gaps in my hair, but it still doesn't look like a full-on like pigment went down. So I love how this applies, and I do think it's gonna run out pretty soon. Like all these brow type pens run out pretty quickly. I've been storing mine upside down and it's still flowing out just fine.
Well, don't swatch it again because you just watch it on camera, right?
Yeah.
Or like we'll insert a swatch.
Yeah, that's true.
It's almost gone.
Yeah. So I've been storing it upside down and I think it'll last a bit longer, but that's why I'm so glad that it's like a drugstore product because I'm going to keep rebuying this. And I love the molded spoolie on the bottom. Most spoolies are like nylon, bristle, and this is molded, so it's like plastic, and it's a little too flexible, but besides that, like I actually like go in and then I disperse the pigment with this and it works beautifully.
It does work really well.
And I'm like really shocked by this product. I heard nothing.
I love the brow pencil, so I thought that it would be good.
So the CoverGirl brow pencil in soft brown is like my favorite.
And even the CoverGirl brow gel is really good.
Yeah, that's so true. They have good brow products.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I would never spend a lot on one of these like brow ink pens because no matter like, it's just the capillary system of these like types of pens. Like they're just going to like dry up, you know, fairly quickly. There's no way around it. No manufacturer has made a way to make them last longer. So I would never spend a lot of money. But this has to be like, what, like $7 maybe?
Yeah,
I have to look
exactly.
it up. I have to look it up, but I'll link it below.
By far, my favorite book that I read this month was Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. If you're unfamiliar with this author, I mean, I've talked about her books before. It's actually a duo. There's two girls that write. What?
Yeah. Which I think is so unique and also so challenging because it seems
How
like
do they do that?
I don't know, but bravo to them because they are so talented. And I think this is actually their first fiction book. I thought it was a newer book, but it's from a few years ago, 2018. And since then, like they've had, well, I can link all the books by her or them that I've reviewed before, but I love how they're like typical rom-com books, but this one was a little bit deeper and like a little bit more serious. Basically, it is about two kids. Well, this is another thing I love about it. I love a good flashback situation where like this one jumps between Macy and Elliot as children and then also as adults when they reconnect like 10 plus years later. So basically, Macy lives in the city, but then they have like a weekend house where Elliot lives. So they only see each other on the weekends and in the summer, but like they grow up together, so they become really close. They both love books. I think that's why it's called Love in Other Words, because the whole thing centers around like them reading together in Macy's closet. And they just become like instant best friends. And then obviously they become more than that as they get older. And then years later, they have this huge falling out. Years later, they reconnect and you kind of like piece some things together of like why this falling out happened, like why they basically didn't talk for a whole decade, things that happened with their families. That
kind of like people we meet on vacation. Did you ever read that?
No.
There's a falling out in that too.
Okay. There's always a falling out
of a best guy and girlfriend.
Okay, yeah, that sounds really similar. There were like one gripe that I didn't like about it, which I put in my Goodreads review, but I don't want to spoil anything. But I could not put this book down. It's pretty big. It's like one of the larger books from her, but I loved it. I loved the story. I loved the relationship. I loved both of their family like dynamics. Everything about it I loved. It was such a good book. So please read it if you're in the mood for like a deeper rom-com type story. Okay, we have the most special favorite this month. It is our holiday candle from our brand Diet. It is called You and Yours, and we love it so much. It was sitting here when we were filming them and like, oh gosh, it smells so good. I know, and they're extra special. Well, the launch video will be up by the time this video goes
we're
up.
posting the launch video on the launch date, which was Black Friday, and then so it hopefully is still available. It's a limited edition, so like once we sell out,
we're not going to make more until, well, we have plans later. We'll bring it back at some point in 2022, but not for a long time. So we love this scent though, and these are extra special because we poured them ourselves. They're the first candles that we've made ourselves. It looks like this, and we go into a whole detail in the launch video, but basically this just smells like cozy holidays. It's like, it has notes of like cinnamon, guaiac wood, peppermint, so it's very much like
the sweetness of the holidays encompassed in like the woody and spicy notes, but very cozy.
Yeah, and I feel like we are going to get, at this point, like I said, we're pre-filming this, but by the time, like, this will have already been launched for like almost a week. And I'm sure we're gonna get a lot of questions on how it differs from our other candles because like Pins and Needles is already like such a holiday scent, but this one is much like warmer and cozier. Like it's just like a lot of our existing candles in our classics collection are really woody based, like wood notes. And there is like the guaiac wood in here, but the like cinnamon and like you said, like the peppermint and like just some other like warm notes like really are what shine through. It's not so wood based as like Pins and Needles or Dark and Stormy. So it smells so good. And we had we didn't have anyone test it as per usual. We just loved it and went with it. I mean,
we did a few iterations.
Yeah, we worked with our perfumer to do a few iterations, but then we were like, okay, it's perfect. Let's launch it. But then after we made them, we brought them to our office and had a few coworkers smell it, and two of them both said that it was like reminiscent of their holidays as like children, which is like, I almost cried. That's like,
no, we always want, if someone says like, this candle reminds me of my childhood, or this candle is so nostalgic, like that's all we ever want.
Yeah, because this is not nostalgic for us. Like we just thought it's really smelled like the holidays. Yeah. And so to have people like validate that and be like, oh yeah, it smells like how my house smelled like Christmas when I was a kid. Oh. I love it.
I love it. So we hope you guys pick it up. Like we said, it's a limited edition. It has a really beautiful limited edition sleeve.
I know, which we don't have. They're not done yet when we're filming this. So it's but it'll have like pretty like foil on the
gold
sleeve.
Foil. Yeah. So it'll be really pretty, and so we wanted it to be like kind of like gift ready for you guys if you do buy it as a gift for somebody. But it's limited quantity, so pick it up if you're interested. And we hope you love it because we certainly do. Thank you guys so much for watching our November favorites. We hope this wasn't too long. We know some of these things were like a little repetitive, but we had a lot of things we were loving this month. We can't believe it's already December. Bring on Christmas, bring on the holidays. We're ready.